Welcome back to Berlin for day 2 of the LEC Winter Playoffs. Now, yesterday we saw some new champions on the Rift in our first day of Fearless Draft, but to the surprise of no one, it's our old champions, G2 and Fnatic, who came out on top. Today on Ready Check, we take a look at which pros would rise in the Noxian arenas, as well as find out firsthand from Jack Spectro why he believes BDS is underrated, and also find out what Kometo thinks about our match of the week, KC versus Vitality. Let's get into it.
Welcome to Noxus 1v1, where we have your favorite LEC players go up against each other, where first skill, first turret, or first 100 CS wins. Today, we have M. Koisupa and G2 Hansama going up against each other, playing only 1 out of 18 Noxus gems, which they get to choose by spinning the wheel. So let's find out who wins.
So let's see what we get. I hope we get a funny champion, not Rel, not Vladimir or something like that. Oh, we got Ambessa.
Ambessa?
I think it's
okay.
fine. I think it's fine. It's almost Vladimir, was so close. What?
I missed this.
I lose my Q as well.
What? Oh yeah, actually if you miss here, you miss it.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh shit. I forgot. Oh my god, I missed it.
Okay. Oh. Oh.
Guys.
I don't know what I'm doing, no joke. But this champion looks so fun.
No!
But what is the damage?
Actually, I don't know. Like, this champion is weird.
I played into Ambessa in lane swap, and sometimes he can 1v2, it's crazy.
Yes, he can.
Please not Raven.
I mean, if it's Raven, it's fine. You can catch my axes and it...
No, I can't catch any axe. I'm so bad with Raven.
Oh! Actually, it was really close from Raven, actually. It's Darius.
Darius?
Yeah.
Okay, Darius is fine.
I think Darius is fine.
Can play it probably.
Okay.
I'm actually nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Playing in lane is so fun. Oh shit. Holy I got completely... No way. I got completely fucked. Oh yeah.
Well, it was quick at least.
Well, you win. That was a quick content. I hope you enjoyed, guys.
I got Elise.
Elise.
Wait, so he will play Elise or I will play Elise?
Yeah.
Oh my, okay.
So Lun.
Oh my god. Where are you? Ah! Bro, I cannot hit the battery.
Come on.
Bro, my mouse? Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I will not find excuses.
Push play.
Noah.
Wait.
Noah.
I'm boosted. Well,
You
you're
maybe
so
won
strong.
today, but you didn't win this one. And I take those.
Actually, you're so good at FE. Okay, now let's see what we get. And it is Samira.
Samira?
Yeah, we got Samira.
Okay.
Woo! And what do you think about Samira? You good at her?
Never played her.
Really?
You have like an innate advantage, you know, being AD carry.
It would be a shame if I lost, no? But where are you?
I mean, you can show up at least.
No, but you're
I want a space here. Come.
Where are you? Oh,
Nice, bro. Oh! Wait, you got the taste of blood.
yeah. Get cooked, buddy.
I don't have emotes. Oh. Wait, how does this work?
I will just full combo you with flash.
No, don't say this. But it's GG now.
It's not, it's not.
No, it's not.
Don't worry. It's playable, it's playable.
It's playable. Cappuccino.
Oh no, I took cover shot. Oh my god.
No, it's comeback city.
GG.
GG, bro. Well played.
GG, really well played, really good match. Thank you very much.
I just gotta say, it would be hard for me to beat either of these guys in a 1v1. And I was talking here about Samira Q-Poke being strong, and I got roasted for being bad. And I am bad. But luckily, I'm not the person who has to be smart today. It's both of you gentlemen. So shout out to our pros for the Noxus 1v1s. But now we're looking ahead to our first series of the day, MKOI versus BDS. MKOI, clear favorite, safe to say.
Definitely. With now going into Fearless, it feels like MKOI has been always one of these teams where when you take the reins off of their champion pool and you force them to expand into a little bit more unorthodox styles, it feels like they're going to be doing a lot better than BDS, while BDS, yeah, complete opposite, I would say.
I think actually BDS is looking quite strong. I feel like their last week was really convincing. 1-1-3 for me, complete turnaround. As long as he's not on Sejuani, he's looking great. His Nidalee game against Fnatic kind of set up everything that I felt like BDS really needed in terms of just like showing that they have a good proactive style that they can play. After that game, I feel like I'm just seeing them playing Nidalee plus Syra, these AP junglers, and you have him here on your screen. In this Fnatic game, he felt like he was everywhere on the map. He gave them a huge early lead.
Is this Nidalee game what made you change your tune? Because we were casting together, we were watching those games. You said,
The
quote,
aftermath
he made a
was what
stinky.
made me change my tune, because after this game, in every single game they played Nidalee or Syra, they kind of stomped. In their
Only one
last
game or
game,
two.
they stomped K-Corp with Syra jungle, and Giant X in their win against BDS actually banned both Nidalee and Syra in the first 3. So I think if you create a poke composition for BDS and you put 1-1-3 on one of these really high tempo junglers on either Nidalee or Syra, they're beating KOI, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, you need to chill out a little bit, you know, because all you're telling me is that, okay, don't play Sejuani, play Nidalee or Zyra, but my man, it's Fearless, it's best of 3, he's not going to be getting...
That's 2 champs, that's 2 wins.
That's literally a ban, or 2, or whatever, but right now you're going into Fearless.
Okay,
you're
then he plays Lilia, Diana. He just needs these high-tempo AP junglers.
Okay, Merchant, chill out, okay? Hear me out over here. It's going to be hard for BDS because it felt like going into the last week, they started doing a lot better when they went back into these sort of, you know, typical BDS drafts where you empower Nuke, you empower Ice to do as much as possible. And it was great. The own game was great because now we're going to be talking about top lane, which I feel like is the main catalyst for both of these teams, right? I felt like Irrelevant, once he went back to the Ornn, he didn't really have a lot of Renekton success, and with the Cassante he did okay. But now with Merwin coming into Fearless, I feel like it's his ballpark because Irrelevant has always been, you know, when you think about Irrelevant for the past 2 years, what does he do? He kind of plays the same good meta champions, the Gnar, the Cassante, the Renekton, and now you have Big Boy over here, you know? What's he going to do to Irrelevant?
I think Mirwin is better than Irrelevant, and he has a much better champion pool for Fearless. But I have one checkmate question. Is top lane useful or no?
For this man, yeah.
You're supposed to say no.
Well, I am, but now it's going to throw you off guard, you know, so it's a little test for you. But I do think that it's going to be, top lane is going to be relevant, you know, get the pun?
Yeah.
Pretty good there. But because when you look at Merwin, coming into the league last year, I felt like he was probably going to be one of the weakest top laners. You know, and Irrelevant was sitting at the top table, you know, top 3 in his position for the last couple of years. But right now, trajectories are kind of reversing. He is bringing out immense champion pool, and especially in this meta where you're being forced to adapt every single game, pick up a different champion every single game. And this guy with all of his thing, man, he even has Trinity Force Ari. Like, who does that, you know? I feel like he's going to have a lot of unconventional answers what Irrelevant is going to pick, and I think he's going to be a big factor coming into today's series.
So last year it was like, as long as Mirwan has a ranged champ counter pick, he'll win lane. Otherwise, we were kind of meh. Right? This year, it seems like he's got the Cassante, he's got the Mbessa unlocked, and we're kind of just trusting that he's going to bust out on these new picks. But I feel like last year, Irrelevant was a rock. So what actually changed for this guy? Like, what are you seeing that's different? Because to me, he was probably the most consistent performer on his team last year, and that no longer feels like it's the case.
It's a lot about the Jax, no? I feel like he was like one of the best Jaxes in EU, and now the champion is kind of useless. And his Renekton was never crazy. His Gnar is like good, I think, but who plays Gnar that much right now? It's like a niche counter pick, maybe game 2, game 3, but
I would also agree. I think one of the things that is a little bit bizarre is that I always saw him as one of these guys that has very strong laning phase. He was always abusing Renekton, and he was abusing Gnar as well. But right now, he's one of the only 2 top laners in the LEC who has not played a single game of Mbessa. And Mbessa is quite polarizing right now. He's one of those champions that, you know, going into mid game, you have a lot of agency in the game because, you know, it's one of the bigger power picks right now. And I feel like he didn't really adapt his champion pool that much. And I also feel like what is needed from BDS, from his role in particular, is to be the sort of space maker for Nuke and Ice. And I think his role in SK before was completely different. All he needed to do was, you know, pick strong lane, push his leads, transition that into mid-game, late game, into having a big goal lead so he has agency in the game. But right now it feels like he needs a little bit more time to adapt for what BDS needs from him.
So as we get closer to game, the question I want to pose to both of you, Odo is a believer in MKOI, and you, Jack, is more of a believer in BDS at the very least. It's like, what do BDS need to do to actually win this game? Is it as simple as you said before, where it's like, okay, AP jungler for 113, we're done. No other homework, guys. It's that simple. We're all like, wrap it up. But like, what else do they need to do to actually make sure that they can take down a team like MKOI, who've shown high highs, but they've certainly shown some low lows as well?
I mean, I think life is never that simple, unfortunately. So what they need to do for me is just unlock Paris on the map with 113 playing one of these proactive AP junglers. I want to see them build a comp where 113 and Paris can just be unleashed while having like a strong core on Ice and Nuke and just letting Irrelevant play a tank and just letting him do his own thing, you know? And then targeting Jojo a lot. I think Jojo for me has been incredibly mid, just been like fine. And I think for me, he's like
don't diss him like that.
I think he's like the weak point of this MKOI roster, and
do you think
the one
before
I would
you
target.
give your MKOI points, do you think that's fair? Do you think Jojo has been a weak point on the team?
I think given the hype, I would agree that he has been individually as a performer, it has been quite weak. But from the things that he brings to the team and the way he unlocks MKOI, I think he's been doing a good job. I feel like one of MKOI's, or like most of MKOI's win conditions go through mid indirectly, because the things that he's doing, he's yapping a lot, he's talking a lot, he's getting the team to play around him a lot. And this is what Elia and Alvaro have been missing last year. I think going into this series, what MKOI needs to do to win is empower top lane as much as possible, which he's going to do by himself because he's just cracked. So give good matchup to Jojo so that he can drag a lot of resources around mid. You know, just channel this aggressiveness from Alvaro and Ilya to go through mid as much as possible, because this is how MKOI is getting their leads. You know, transitioning through mid lane and also playing around neutral objectives.
Jungle support coming up for both of you. I think the point that I'm going to be watching, see how active they can get on the map, see if the rookies can kind of redeem themselves. I feel like you feel like...
I want to say one last thing on Jojo. I think if you look at MKOI's losses, right, were they not all because of Jojo?
That doesn't matter.
Well, if he gets shut down, then suddenly all those win conditions that you talked about
What were all of BDS
disappear.
losses because of, Mr. Spectra?
A variety of things, but one of them was 1-on-3.
All right, there's a lot to be learned.
But he stopped playing Sejuani.
Look, there's a lot to be learned from this series. We know a couple of things. Top lane, Mirwan, we're excited to see him. 113, no Sejuani, and jungle support, it's important for both teams. So let's send it over to casters to get us into our first game of this series.